Started looking at the missing front windscreen wiper. I'd been able to source a used set from an old forklift. Turned out the arms were a little too long, but the inside is quite simple. Getting the speakers out, a little tricky with the strut for the door. It's kind of a little lock pin there, and then it was kind of stuck on there. The diesel heater control, the mirror and the pin that sits there needs to come off. It's just threaded at the end, so it can be unbolted. Then it's a whole bunch of small screws holding up the inner roof inside. A big screwdriver, a little force, and that strut came undone. There are a few bolts hidden in that mesh pocket, a few more at the back, and then the rear end can be kind of forced out, and then the entire unit slid back a little to come undone. With that, the entire wiper motor could be seen. It had just been disconnected here, and there were signs that things had been running a little hot, so I suspected things were burnt by now. Still try to connect it and see if something happened, but no. Measured also that I had power up there. Decided to at least shorten the arms on the wiper and install them, even if the motor seems busted. Found a better thing to ground with later on. With the rivet ground off, a few whacks with the hammer, and they come undone. Same procedure, grinding away the rivet, hammering to remove it. Marked where I wanted the new holes, and then 2 new holes were drilled, and the arm was cut to length. And adding rivets, it's no point really, so I just took some bolts and a lock nut and bolted in place. Here you can see the shorter and the original long one. So next up was shortening that, same procedure. Here I found a much better grinding bit. I actually went a little bit deep, but I don't think it will cause a failure in the near future. Same on this, drilling, shortening, bolting it in place. And with that done, I could bring it outside and do a test install and see that it moves roughly like I want it to. Then it was looking at the engine, or motor driving it, so opened that up. Found that the plastic sprocket in there was worn away at one end, and the motor seems badly burnt. I've been able to find one, but it seems to be a 12-volt used unit. I will see if I will play around with trying to get that working with some adapter or something, but that will be in a future video.